Well, hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday. It's Coach Tam, and it is Freedom Friday. I'm sure that you are excited about the weekend as I am, but listen, I have a tough message today. Today, I am coming for those of you that have not been taking action on a goal, whether it's a weight loss goal, a fitness goal, the goal to write the book, to start the business plan, to go back to school, or to work on your resume so that you can apply for that job that you really want. For those of you, I have a message today, and that message is you can, give reasons for why it's not happening, or you can create results, but you cannot do both. Okay. Quick story. Probably about 7 years ago now, I was considering working with a coach. And when you work with a coach one-on-one, you typically have a conversation so that they can understand you, your goals, your dreams, what you want to accomplish, right? So we're having this introductory, which is often called a discovery session. We're having this session and she's asking me about what I want to do. At that time, 265 Point was just a dream. It wasn't even started. We were doing a workout and Bible study at my local church. Shout out to the Park Church, the South Charlotte location. And I really had a dream. I believe that God had spoken to me and I needed to do something more, but I was making a lot of excuses about why it was so hard and why it couldn't be done. I talked about my work schedule. I talked about all the things that I had on my plate. At the time, I was still finishing up my MBA. I had so many things going on, and she listened really, really attentively. And fam, I don't think I'll ever forget this moment. And she started out really, really nice. She's like, Tara, you know what? I could tell you're a really smart person. You have a good heart. You want to do all these things. And then she said the thing that I don't think I will ever forget. She said, you know what? You are full of excuses. She called me out. She said, you are full, despite all these things, you are full of excuses. And then she helped me to understand what excuses really do. She told me this. She said, you know what, Tamara? All excuses do is excuse you from responsibility for taking action. So I want you to process that. I want you to hear that with me this morning. All creating excuses does, all giving these reasons does for us is it makes us feel better in the moment. It helps us to let ourselves off the hook for the thing that we know that God is calling us to do. But how crazy is that? Because we feel better in that moment, in that split second. But meanwhile, we are dying inside because the thing that we're supposed to be doing, we're not doing. Process that, right? So whatever reasons we are giving for not taking action, here's what we've got to acknowledge is God already knows that. He knows all the things that we are up against. He knows the things that are on our plate. He knows the stress that we are under. And what he is challenging us to do is to step back and first of all, connect to the source. I got to go to God and understand, if this is the thing that you are calling me to do, if this is the thing that you want me to do, if you want me to get my health in order, then what needs to change? What adjustments do I need to make to create space for this so that I can take the necessary action? If I want to go back to school, if you're telling me to go back to school, what shifts do I need to make to create the time, the space, the money to do that, right? And if I start going in a direction that God has called me to go in, here's what I can tell you from personal experience, personally and professionally, God will create the way. So for those of you that money is an issue, know that God he has unlimited resources. He can send people and contacts your way to make this thing happen, but he can't do any of that unless you get moving. So whatever it is that God has placed in your heart, family, today, I am challenging you to release the excuses. Don't even, if you catch yourself saying, well, I don't have the time or I don't have the money, I want you to challenge yourself to remember that God controls time. And he got the same, think about this. Jesus, when he walked the earth, he got the same 24 hours a day and the same 7 days a week that we got, right? God didn't say, oh, because you're my son, I'm going to hook you up with an extra day and 30 hours a day. He didn't do that. He had to work with the same amount of time, the same amount of resources that we have, right? So the question is not how much time we have, but how we are using the time. And know that God has the connections that you need. He has everything that you need to make this happen. He is just waiting on you to get going. So Tough Love Friday. I don't want to hear any more excuses. I want to see you taking action and moving in the direction of your dreams. You're going to feel so much better when you do. Now, if you need help, now, if one of the things is, hey, I don't know where to get started, then I want you to take advantage of some of the links here in the comments, and we can work together and map out what that plan looks like. And then you can decide if you want to work with me or you want to execute it on your own. I hope you have a great Friday, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.